Welcome, I'm Sophia from Lipstick Junkie Forever, and I recently placed a gigantic e.l.f. order of everything that is new. So I'm going to be applying it all today, giving you my first impressions. If you like videos like this, please comment, like, and subscribe, and let's get into it right now because there's quite a bit that I want to cover, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I really don't want this video to be like 30 hours long. First things first, I got the new e.l.f. sunscreen. This is the Suntouchable Whoa Glow 30 Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is what the sunscreen looks like. It is what is the ounceage on this? The weight is 1.69 fluid ounces or 50 ml. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So let's start with this. This is what it looks like. It's got a tiny bit of pigment. So let's apply it. So this is supposed to be a sunscreen and makeup primer, and it is a little bit glowy. Oh, it is for not just a little bit glowy, it is for sure glowy. But not bad, not bad. It applies really beautiful. I like the consistency. The consistency is more like nice medium thickness, medium heaviness moisturizer than something with silicone. I know I look like I'm really being rough on my skin, but I promise you I'm not. The only thing I was wearing below this or under this was moisturizer. It was the Skin Fix, I believe, Barrier Plus moisturizer. I put that on about 20 minutes ago because I re-prepped my face for this video, but only with moisturizer. I just took off whatever I had before. By the way, the bruise that you see here, I went skiing and I'm not proficient yet, so I fall a lot. So this is my skin with the camera zoomed in. This is glowy, but not too glowy, I think. I would actually still be able to go out even with this on, I think. Yeah, I would. Now let's see if this pops through foundation. I know that the sunscreen said that it's a primer as well, but I'm not gonna be relying on that. I'm actually going to be trying out the new e.l.f. Primer. This is the Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide, but I'm only gonna try this on one half of my face because I also got this little baby. I already had this one and used it up. I really loved it, but didn't see the need to buy another one because I'm going through other primers. But I got this small one, and this is the original Power Grip Primer. So I'm going to be trying one on one side of the face, the other one on the other side of the face, and I'm going to do a touch comparison. So let's rip through these boxes because they don't want to open otherwise and get to it. So I'm going to... Why don't you want to come out? It's such a struggle with all this packaging. So this is what the new Niacinamide Power Grip Primer looks like. It's so cute and pink. I love it. So I'm going to pump out. I'm going to start with one pump. Oh, you know it's brand new when it's not even coming out. Oh, it's a little liquidy. I'm going to start with two pumps actually because it's a little bit less than I anticipated. Okay. So I'm applying that on the side of the face that has my beauty mark. Can we talk about how cute this little tiny small one is? This is the half size, I think. It's so adorable. So with this one, I'm also going to apply just the tiniest bit, just enough for the other side. Let's go to town on the side that doesn't have the beauty mark. So starting with the side, the new primer, the niacinamide one, it doesn't feel any different. There's like just the tiniest bit of tackiness. There's, I think, a tiny bit more tackiness on the side of the OG primer, but not very much. I think it's just my mind thinking that. So as I'm waiting for the primers to dry down a little bit and become tacky, I'm going to take out the new e.l.f. What is it called? The e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in the shade Peach out of its box, and let's touch this. Yeah, turning tackier, but I can wait a couple more seconds. So this beauty is the reason this video is going up a whole week early, because everything else I ordered came in 2 days because I ordered such a large number that it took me into the free 2-day shipping. This one was not even included in my original package. I ordered it, but they didn't include it. They shipped it. It didn't come in 2 days. It came like 4 or 5 days later. So this is the baby. This is the reason why this is late. So take that into account when you place an order on e.l.f. Make sure that you check your entire package against your order because you might be missing stuff. So, okay, they're both the same level of tacky right now. So let's move on with the priming. So I'm going to take this and let's see what it looks like on the back of the hand. Definitely peach, as you can see. So let's try it out. I have a little bit of a darkness under my eyes. I have not been sleeping ideally. And I'm gonna go in with a beauty, not a beauty blender, I'm sorry, with the Wetted Real Techniques sponge to work this in. So I don't know if it's done anything. Under my eyes, it's actually not looking so great. So I'm gonna go in with foundation, and I'm gonna go in with my new Makeup by Mario foundation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try the method of spreading the foundation out over the face first. I have 2 pumps on the back of my hand, so that should be enough, and I'm gonna take it up under the eyes as well. So this is what the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation in the shade 2N, by the way, if I didn't mention that, looks like over all the primers, the Camo Corrector, and the sunscreen, the glowy sunscreen. So what I think I'm gonna do, because I don't see much of a difference in my under eyes, is I'm gonna try this Camo Concealer. I'm so used to the Camo Concealer, I'm just having trouble with the Camo Color Corrector. I'm gonna try that over the foundation, and then I'm gonna go in with this Sephora Best Skin Ever over it, because I do like that concealer and I don't have an e.l.f. one right now. While I'm doing this, by the way, I want to mention that the what the prices are for these products. I don't think I've been mentioning that. I accidentally put it there, that's fine. The Camo Corrector, this baby, is $4, which is pretty good. That's actually really affordable. The 2 primers that I mentioned in full size, so this niacinamide, this Power Grip Primer with niacinamide, in full size, that is $10. And then in the half size is $5. And the Suntouchable sunscreen is $14. And for almost 7 ounces of product, that's not so bad. So I'm gonna go in with this right now, and let's see if it does anything for my under eyes. Makes me look like I have orange stuff under my under eyes. That's all it does for me without anything over it. So let's put that over it immediately. So I have this in the shade 03P, which is very light, certainly, but it is actually a pretty good match for brightening. So my issue with this is it the concealer doing the work, or is it the actual Camo Corrector doing the work? You know what, that's not bad actually. That is actually pretty good. The most important part here is that the Camo Corrector is pigmented but blendable and hideable. I don't see anything peeping through, and my under eyes do look a little brighter, which is always good. That's definitely always good. Things are falling everywhere here. So continuing on, as you see, I don't have a foundation or concealer that I recently purchased from e.l.f., but I do have I have 2 new of the Luminous Putty Bronzers. I have them in the shades Vacay Mood and Summer Fridays. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use one on one side and the other one on the other side, because why not? So these are, as I said, these are the Luminous Putty Bronzers, and I'm going to start with Summer Fridays, and I'm going to wear that on this side. I'm going to be using this Colored Rain brush that is specifically made for these cream products. Actually, then what I'm going to do first is I'm going to swatch them. So this shade right here is the lighter one, and it is the shade Vacay Mood, and this shade right here is Summer Fridays. I think Vacay Mood is going to be best suited for me for now, and I can probably pull this off into the spring at least, or once I'm fake tanning. Let me remove this because then it's going to wind up everywhere. You know what I hate about these? How small they are. They contain like 10 grams of product, but even this brush is having trouble picking it up, and I don't like that. I would prefer that it was a wider, but maybe smaller container. So let's put it on the cheek. Let's see if I can. You know, this is pretty nice actually. I am very, very luminous, by the way. Super, super luminous. That's actually pretty nice. That is looking very, very natural, which that is the whole point, right? Like you want to look like you're actually bronzed goddess and bronzed from nature and not something you got out of a pot and paid $7 for. If I didn't mention, these are $7, which is pretty nice. But again, the packaging gets on my nerves. So this is really looking lovely. I'm gonna put a little bit here, not that I really need it, but a little bit here. Very natural, too natural even for me. So I wiped the brush and now I'm gonna go with the other shade, the lighter shade, which is Vacay Mood on the other side. Again, barely picking up anything. Let's go to town on it. So I think this is gonna be more of a contour shade for a lot of people because it's got a very clear, cooler undertone, as you can see. That's not bad, cream contour, but I didn't buy a cream contour. I bought cream bronzer, and I don't know if I want luminous contour, but you know, maybe if I layer up a little bit, it'll be better. Am I putting it on the right side of the face? Yes, I am. Okay. Can you imagine if I did not put it on the right side of the face? Okay. So this is the difference. I'm going to zoom you guys in. So this is what we're looking like right now. Please ignore the creasing on my eyes. I'm actually going to put something else there. But so, okay, let's start with this side. This is the warmer shade, and that shade is Summer Fridays. As you can see, I have it on. It is very pretty. It's definitely very light. It's light even for me. So, I mean, that's not bad. I guess I could try to pile it on. Should I try to pile it on? I'm gonna try to pile it on. Please forgive this if it doesn't look good, but there's a point I'm trying to make here, and that's what I'm getting at. So please forgive. Okay, let's apply this side. Let's apply una more layer. And, oh my gosh. Now it's a little bit more vibrant. It's a lot more vibrant, actually. Not a little bit more vibrant, but a lot more vibrant. But it is buildable, which is pretty good. Okay. I have so much cheek. So much cheek. So this is what Summer Fridays looks like in comparison with the other one, which is a lot more cool toned, and it is the Vacay Mood. So the Vacay Mood is definitely way too cool toned for me. I think I'm gonna use this as contour because it's a little too cool toned. It definitely looks a little bit more gray than I want to, but let's put on the rest of the makeup and go from there. So the next thing I'm going to apply is not new to e.l.f. It came out over the summer, I believe, and I bought it, but I didn't use it. And it is the No Budge Cream Eyeshadow in the shade Sand Dune. I just have it, so since I'm trying to stick to as much e.l.f. as possible in this video, I'm going to do that. Though the eyeshadow I'm going to put on top of that is not going to be e.l.f. So this is what that swatch is like. Oh, that's actually very pretty. All right, let's go to town on this. Let's see how this looks. And I'm not going to prime my eyes because I want to see how this looks. So that is pretty. It's definitely like a base. So let's go over the other side. I would recommend that you use a brush with this, by the way. Crapola. I keep getting this on my cheek because I have such large cheeks. They're like pillows to kiss from what I hear. Everybody's always loved kissing my cheeks. Everybody always loves kissing my cheeks. Nobody lets me kiss my own cheeks. How am I supposed to know what they're like? I know that's ridiculous. I'm fully aware. I had to go over it with the foundation a little bit. Okay, so this is what the shade looks like. It's very pretty. It's a cool toned brown, I would say. A little bit more taupey than anything else. And I'm gonna go over it with a Pat McGrath eyeshadow. As I said, I'm gonna go over it with a Pat McGrath eyeshadow, and it's gonna be from the Mothership 10 Moonlit Seduction palette. I'm gonna go over it with this beauty right here. So let's do that. Now that I finally have Pat McGrath eyeshadows, it's all I wanna wear. But I'm not gonna go over the whole thing with this. Just maybe in the center and dusting it a little bit to the side here. Because I do want a little bit of the actual e.l.f. shadow to show through. Ooh, that is beautiful. That is very, very beautiful. Okay, let's go over it on the other side as well. I don't know what this shade is. I think this is the Blitz Astral shade. It's so stunning. It's stunning. And now that I have it, this palette, or any Mothership palette, I want to use it because I didn't have them for the longest time. So this is what that looks like. I know it looks a little bit weird, but for this video, I'm going to keep it just so we can kind of gauge how that eyeshadow looks. Before we move on to anything else, I just wanted to show you, I was trying to take this eyeshadow off and I'm having a difficult time. So it's fully dried down on my hands, which is really good. I'm actually like going to town on that eyeshadow. So if you were interested in trying out that eyeshadow, I think it's actually really budge proof. It does dry down. And no budge cream eyeshadow. Perfect. I like that. It means no creasing on the eyes. Okay, so the next thing I want to go with is their new e.l.f. Lash N Roll Mascara. I think this is supposed to be a dupe of the Benefit Roller Lash. I mean, it looks basically the same. Let's open this up. By the way, this is impossible to open. The box just will not open. So this is what it looks like, and the tube really looks like the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, doesn't it? Let's look at the wand. Yeah, the wand also looks just like the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, but let's try it on. I recently used that up, so it's good to have another one, I guess, but it's good to also compare it so soon after I finish the roller lash. But I'm going to be evaluating this just as a regular mascara as well, not necessarily as a dupe, because dupes are a little bit hard, especially with mascara. And just so you know, if I was not clear, this is $6. Got a little bit on my cheek. Of course, it's like new, so it's like a very wet right now. You know what I'm going to do for the second eye? I'm going to zoom you in. So for this eye, so let's try this eye now. It's a really nice mascara. It's definitely very wet because I literally just opened it before you, or right, like before your eyes rather. So it's not had time to dry through a little bit yet. I prefer when my mascaras are a little bit drier. Let's see. So sometimes when I want to curl lashes but I don't have a curler, I'll just literally take the wand, the applicator, and just curl and hold it there for a few seconds, and it will help with the curl a little bit. Where is my curler? So my eyelashes are clumping the tiniest bit. They clumped on this side too, but let's try bottom lashes now. Let's see if a second layer fixes anything. Probably not. So this is what the mascara looks like applied. I don't know if you can see anything other than up my nose. I really don't want to show you up my nose. It's an okay mascara. It's not bad. I would say for $6, it's a pretty good deal. Let me zoom you out. So this is what my face is looking like right now without blush or powder. I have both of those from e.l.f., but they're not new releases. The blush is Luminous Putty Blush in the shade Bermuda. I prefer the Luminous Putty blushes over their regular matte putty blushes. I did not like those very much. I actually gave them to a friend. So let's apply this. And I'm gonna use a blush brush for that. Just a nice healthy glow of red, essentially. So I'm gonna do it on the other side as well. I did my brows off camera because what I'm using is not e.l.f. and I don't even know if it's still available. But this is what my face is looking like right now. So next I'm going to be applying the new e.l.f. O Face lipstick. I have it in the shade Dirty Talk. And this is a $9 lipstick, by the way, but I want to point something out. Look at this. This is a magnetized case for a $9 lipstick. I am impressed, but it is still a $9 lipstick. This looks very much like the NARS lipsticks. I can't remember their name. I never had them. So let's apply it. It's a very nice lipstick. So this is what my makeup looks like right now with everything applied. My face is so glowy. There are so many layers of glow on my face. There's glow, some more glow, additional glow, then added more glow on top of that. There's so many layers of glow on my face. At this point, the only thing matte on my face is the lipstick. That's it. And even that is satin. So I was originally going to powder my face with the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder, but aside from the fact that the word glow is literally in its name, I decided not to powder my face because I want to see how the primer works on the face, especially this primer with the new Makeup by Mario, there we go, Surreal Skin Foundation, because that one is so dewy that I have a hard time sometimes keeping it on my face. On top of that, I'm also gonna see if the new sunscreen, the glow of the sunscreen, pulls through at any point. And because I have so many layers under my eyes, I mean, I put the color corrector on. I think I put it on twice. Once under the foundation, then over the foundation, and then I put sunscreen over it. Not sunscreen, I'm sorry, concealer over it. So I want to see if there's any creasing or settling in the lines. I have some fine lines under my eyes. As the night progresses, I'm going to record a video, at least one more video right now, and then I'm going to go for a walk because it is so hot and I have not had a lot of time to spend outdoors, just very early in the morning. So I'm going to see how all of this holds up to actual wear versus just, oh, the application, first impressions. Yeah, first impressions are great, but how does it work for the rest of the night? So I'm going to put in an actual test for it and come back, and after everything, before I take my makeup off, give you a heads up as to how everything works alone and together, because this is almost a full face of e.l.f. I think the only thing I didn't put on that's e.l.f. was concealer and eyeshadow, powder eyeshadow, and what else? Oh, foundation. There we go. That's a biggie. So I'll be right back. Well, for you, I'll be right back. For me, it's going to be like 3 or 4 hours. See you in a bit. And I'm back. It's been 6.5 hours. It is now past midnight, which is why everything looks so different. I put the makeup on around 5:30. It is 12:04 a.m. already. And I cannot wait to take all of this off and go to sleep, but I really want to check in really quickly. So with the base products, love everything. I think everything worked really well. My skin looks really good. It does look a little bit more dewy and glowy than it did earlier, but that could literally be because it's been 6.5 hours of unpowdered, me not powdering anything, and some of my own oils might have come through. Overall though, I really like the Niacinamide Power Grip Primer. That one is really nice. It just grips onto the foundation the same exact way as the original one, because this foundation has stayed on without anything moving, anything budging, even when I touched my face. And this foundation does not stay on without me powdering it. So really great overall for that. I also really like the way the blush and the bronzers look. They're both the luminous ones. I think they just look more healthy and just more natural. I don't know why, maybe because they imitate the oils of the face. Moving on to the eyeshadow that I am wearing. That cream eyeshadow that I tried was not good. It actually creased pretty early on. I would say maybe in the 3-hour mark. I love that that's pretty early on, but you know what? You don't want to have to apply it and then worry about it halfway through your day. So I think the way I would wear that next time is by priming my eyelids first with an actual eyeshadow primer, and then putting that on, and then putting a powder on, because I find that that's what worked for me for the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize, but nothing else did, because that would also crease on me. So that might be something to consider if you do get those. I know it's an extra layer, and those eyeshadows kind of promise to be budge proof, smudge proof, crease proof, and the whole shebang. But remember, I also put sunscreen over my eyelids, so that might have been it as well. But overall, the shade was nice. I did enjoy the performance, so next time I'll try it with an eyeshadow primer, and at some point I'm just going to do a review of all of these again and let you know how I feel about them. The mascara is beautiful, works fine, but there's some inclement weather outside, and I tried to, as a way of testing everything, not only did I record another video after that original video where I applied all of this, but then I went for a walk, I did some grocery shopping, I bought some stuff, but I had to walk in inclement weather. It was like there was definitely water hitting my face, and then like I spoke to my friend, I've been yawning because I've been so tired, and the mascara definitely in some parts smudged a little bit. Not the end of the world, but of course you don't want to be dealing with something that smudges if you don't know that it smudges. So it's a smudger, it's not waterproof, just remember that. And then finally, the under eye corrector. I think that's my least favorite product in the whole thing, in that this entire area started looking pretty bad very early on. It might not be the color corrector that's bad. It might be that I just had too many layers on. I'm fully aware of this, but the way I applied it did not work. So I'm just giving you the data as I collected it over the course of the last 6.5 hours. As a color corrector, it is very thin and it is very pigmented. So if you know of a specific color correcting shade that you need, you can go and check out the e.l.f. ones because they're $4 each. It's very thin, very easy to blend out, but pigmented enough. So I would play with it. At least I would play around with it to see if it works for you, because it's $4. When the color correctors first came, well, for me, on the market a few years ago, everything was a lot more expensive. So this is only $4, really good. And the lipstick, by the way, really forgot about the lipstick. I found that the lipstick created some marks at the, well, I got the dreaded white line at where my lips meet. And that's because I was talking so much and I wasn't like really putting anything else on. But the wear time of it is beautiful. I've had to apply it one more time only because I ate. I got hungry, so I had to eat. But other than that, it's been on this entire time. It stays on really nicely. However, I find it a little too dry for me, mainly because I'm so used to glosses and lip balms at this point. So if you're fine with a slightly drier satin formula, this is beautiful. It is $9, so e.l.f. is really about to cross that $10 threshold for a lipstick. But you know, it is a really nice lipstick. It is a really nice formula. By the way, if you see some kind of wear around my nose, like of the foundation, that's not because the Power Grip primers don't grip really well. They do. It's because I have a really bad cold and I sneezed a couple of times and I had to obviously use a tissue. So, and I didn't touch up. So I didn't touch up anything but the lipstick, and no, that's it. I didn't touch up anything but the lipstick, and that was only because I ate, and that would be a normal thing that we would do, and I wanted to keep testing it. So that's about it. I am tired, so I'm gonna go remove all of this makeup and knock out because I am exhausted and I have to be up really early in the morning to get to work or to start doing my work and also get to the gym. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what kind of videos you liked. I hope this was a helpful video for you. Please let me know if these kinds of videos where I put on the makeup and then check in many hours later are actually helpful. A lot of times this is the lighting we're gonna have only because I have 2 ring lights. It is past midnight at this point and I have to start filming after work, so it really is going to wind up with me filming my last check-in really late, which means that the lighting is not going to be ideal, but I can at least give you my observations. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.